This is my reMarkable 2. So for the past 6 months, the reMarkable 2 has been a staple in my daily e-ink carry. I usually use 2 to 3 e-ink tablets daily for work and for home, meeting notes, journaling, working on my creative projects, and doing work assignments, everything in between. I use e-ink daily, and the reMarkable 2 honestly has been the tablet that I reach for first. So when we found out what the new reMarkable Paper Pure was going to actually be, I wasn't too sure if I needed it. Now, I knew I was going to get my hands on one for review, and thanks to reMarkable for sending me one out, no strings attached, of course, I knew I was going to review it. I didn't know if I needed it, and I didn't know if I was going to like it. Let's talk about it. Welcome everybody back to the channel. This is 2530 Media, and of course, I am Aaron Reed. Hey, if you guys are new here, you know what to do. Go ahead and find that subscribe button so you'll be notified of when I release these videos. And if you're finding the information that you're hearing today entertaining, informative, or you just like it, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Today we're talking about the reMarkable Paper Pure. I didn't know I needed this tablet. I was perfectly fine with my reMarkable 2. It performs well. Actually, the reMarkable 2, in my opinion, is outperforming some newer tablets that have come out within the last 2 years. And the reMarkable 2 is a 6-year-old tablet. So, what can reMarkable do to improve the experience of the reMarkable 2 with the Paper Pure, which some people think is a step back from the reMarkable 2 when you look at the hardware quality and build versus what the reMarkable 2 is, metal with glass back, and also the move from EMR to active. We're going to look at both these tablets and see the differences and see which one you think is better. If the reMarkable Paper Pure is worth the upgrade over the reMarkable 2, and then we'll talk about my experience this last week daily driving the Paper Pure for the last 7 days, both at home and at work. Let's jump into it. So what we're looking at here is the reMarkable Paper Pure, a 10.3-inch 226 ppi with Carter 1300 or their Canvas 3 technology. The Paper Pure is going to have the same UI that you're going to find across the board when it comes to reMarkable tablets. They're consistent in the UI and software, so it's going to be the same. If you're already a reMarkable owner, it's going to be plug and play. If you're new to the platform, the UI is pretty simple and easy to learn and navigate. It has good organization with a folder, subfolder type of filing system where you're going to be able to file all of your documents, whether if it's an EPUB, PDF, a note, quick note, meeting notes, whatever it is that you are using or creating, you can file them all in the same file structure. What's different about the Paper Pure is that reMarkable has moved away from some of their premium design, which will give you aluminum body and glass back like you had with the reMarkable 2, or an all aluminum body, which you have with the Paper Pro, or even the Paper Pro Move that gives you a plastic backing with aluminum sides. This one is going to be all plastic with the redesigned tablet, and you have a bezel here on the left-hand side, which will allow you to be able to grip it if you want to use it with one hand on the move, anything like that. It's not going to be the thinnest tablet that reMarkable has put out compared to the reMarkable 2. Now, when we look at the back plate of the reMarkable, we're going to notice that it's all plastic, and it has 10 screws that will allow you access to the internals. reMarkable is saying that this tablet is now repairable, and it's easy for you to replace the battery if need be. You're still going to get those rubber feet on the back to make sure your tablet doesn't slide around that desk while you're using it. Let's open up a quick note and test this writing feel. The reMarkable Paper Pure is bringing that same pencil to paper type of writing feel that we're used to with reMarkable tablets from the reMarkable 1, reMarkable 2, and of course with the reMarkable Paper Pro tablets like the Paper Pro and the Paper Pro Move. To me, the reMarkable Paper Pure has a slightly different writing feel from the Paper Pro and the Move and even the reMarkable 2. To me, it's the better out of all of the four tablets. It gives me a pencil on paper type writing feel and experience. This time, instead of EMR, they've brought us the active pen tech that you'll find on the Paper Pro and the Paper Pro Move, giving reMarkable now consistent UI software and pen tech across the board of their active tablets that they have, since the reMarkable 2 is now discontinued. With claims of a brighter screen, better pen latency, improved contrast with the Carter 1300, we're going to put this next to the reMarkable 2 and see just how different the tablets are. So the reMarkable 2 does appear larger. It's going to be due to the fact that reMarkable has traded the larger bottom bezel here and added it to the left side of the Paper Pure. The first thing that we're going to look at is just the displays to see which one actually shows more clear. Both of these tablets have an awesome looking display, to be honest with you. The reMarkable 2, being 6 years old, is still competing with some of the newer tablets that have been brought to market. And as we compare the two, you'll see while the reMarkable Paper Pure is the brighter, more crisp, more clear screen or display, the reMarkable 2 is no slouch. It still looks good. Now let's pull up a document so we can look at the difference between contrast with that new Canvas 3 screen technology versus what the reMarkable 2 has with the Canvas 2. Now, when we look at the displays, we're looking at the Paper Pure that's on the right side, and of course, the reMarkable 2 on the left. Now that we have both tablets on the same document, we're going to notice that the Paper Pure has better contrast than the reMarkable 2. The screen is a little bit more clear. Your darks are going to be darker, so the blacks are showing more bold and blacker. And of course, your reMarkable 2 is not as dark as the Paper Pure. Let's see if we find any difference in the text between the two tablets. They're both 226 ppi. For me, the Paper Pure is just more clear. It comes through more clear, more crisp than the reMarkable 2. The Paper Pure's display is more clear. The reMarkable 2 has a slight grayness to it. As we navigate through both tablets, you'll notice that the Paper Pure is performing faster than the reMarkable 2. So now let's check out one of my documents that has a lot of images to load. So now we can see the difference in the speed. When you get to some of these documents that are image heavy, you'll notice that the reMarkable 2 struggles with loading some of the pages with images or just larger documents. And again, let's look at the difference in image quality between the two tablets. So the next difference that we're going to talk about with the Paper Pure versus the reMarkable 2 is putting in a landscape mode. So if you notice, we didn't have to manually move our tablet from landscape to portrait. The reMarkable Paper Pure has auto rotate. The reMarkable 2, you have to go in and manually move it from landscape to portrait mode. What I'm most impressed about with the Paper Pure is how fast it transitions from landscape to portrait or back. And it's not a lot of lag. It does it instantly. It's not like a lot of other tablets that are currently out and new. For me, that transition between landscape and portrait happens automatically pretty quick. So when we're comparing these tablets side by side, the Paper Pure is an upgraded version of the reMarkable 2. Both of these are 10.3-inch black and white non-front lit tablets. Your reMarkable 2 is going to give you that second generation canvas display, while the Pure is going to be that third generation canvas display, the Carter 1300. Both are 226 ppi, but the Paper Pure is giving you improved contrast, a whiter screen, your darks are going to be darker, and the screen itself is more crisp. When we look at the storage department, you're going from 8 to 32 gigabytes with the Paper Pure, and you have an improved processor. Your Paper Pure is going to be faster than the reMarkable 2. As we saw in the examples, the Paper Pure handles loading those files I had with images or large PDFs a lot faster and better than the reMarkable 2 did. And to be honest with you, I tested it up against the reMarkable Paper Pro, which I believe is reMarkable's flagship tablet. And in some cases, the Pure handled those files slightly better than the reMarkable Paper Pro. So now when we get to the hardware, the Pure has a new design, different from the reMarkable 2. Some people say that the reMarkable 2 is a more premium tablet and the Pure is a step backwards. I don't look at it that way. Yes, the reMarkable 2 was the design standard for a while, which a lot of companies try to mimic in their designs. You have an all-metal tablet with a glass back, a nice-looking premium tablet. I don't think the Paper Pure's hardware design is as premium as the reMarkable 2, but I think the build quality is just as good as the reMarkable 2. It's a different approach to a design, giving us repairability and durability with the all-plastic design, plus you have a removable backplate, which reMarkable is telling us is allowing us to be able to repair our tablets. In the event that you need to replace your battery, replacing your battery should be pretty easy with the removable backplate. Now, I'm not going to remove my backplate for you guys, but if you want to see an example of the backplate being removed, go check out my guy Mitchell Scott. I'm going to put his YouTube down in the description, and he has a full demo of removing the backplate from his reMarkable Paper Pure, so you can get a peek at the process and see what those internals look like. Now let's talk about 4 things that surprised me about the reMarkable Paper Pure. The first one is going to be the speed of the tablet. I didn't expect it to be this fast and this snappy. I use a lot of PDFs with a lot of images and large notebooks, and it loads both of those pretty quick. I'm also impressed with how fast it transitions from landscape to portrait mode when you rotate the tablet. That transition with the orientation happens pretty quick. The second thing that has impressed me about the reMarkable Paper Pure is going to be the display. Now, I have a couple of Carter 1300 tablets here, and all 3 of them look amazing, but I'm especially impressed with the reMarkable Paper Pure, how crisp it is, how bright it is, and how it really renders those darks. The contrast is great on it. I know it's 226 ppi, but when I'm just using it in real world environments, just writing on the tablet and viewing PDFs and documents, I can't tell the difference. The third thing is going to be the writing experience. Once we knew we were switching from EMR to Active Pen Tech on the Paper Pure to keep it consistent with the rest of the reMarkable line, I expected it to be just like the reMarkable Paper Pro. So I was pleasantly surprised when I started writing on the tablet and I noticed it was slightly better than the reMarkable Paper Pro and the Paper Pro Move. The Paper Pure has easily turned into my go-to tablet to grab when I want to just do anything. And the last thing that actually surprised me, which I really didn't think I would like, is going to be the sleeve. I didn't think I would like the sleeve, but I actually use my e-ink tablets outside of the folio anyway. So this just makes the process of using my e-ink tablet easier. Plus, I think the sleeve protects my tablet better than the folio does. So I'm not worried when I throw it in my bag or just leave it on my desk at work. And hopefully, if I drop it, it'll protect the tablet. I don't want to find out though, but I think it'll be okay. At a starting price point of $3.99 with just the tablet and the base marker, and an upgraded bundle which gives you the sleeve and a Pro Pen for $4.49. I think the Pure is one of the better deals in e-ink today, especially if you're trying to get into e-ink. This reMarkable Paper Pure is going to be a great tablet for that person. And if you're not new to e-ink and you already own reMarkables, I actually think the reMarkable Paper Pure is a good tablet to add to your collection. Now you're going to have pen tech that's consistent across the board with all of their active tablets that they have in production right now with the same great native UI or user interface that is easy to navigate and use. I'm going to continue to daily drive the reMarkable Paper Pure for the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to come back with an updated video, show you guys how I'm using it, a couple of workflows that I've implemented with the Paper Pure and the Paper Pro. And I'll show you guys how I've added these tablets into my daily use case. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you think about the comparison between the reMarkable 2 and the Paper Pro. And if you're a reMarkable 2 owner, do you think it's worth the upgrade? And if you don't own a reMarkable but you're curious, is this a tablet that you would buy? Let me know in the comment. Thank you guys for checking out the channel.